Okay. Nice. Anyway, we will have a kind of interaction. So you're from mathematics. Second year students. Okay. Mathematics. So, shall we begin or shall we wait for you? I think we begin.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you come? It seems there are few students in mathematics and more in elementary education.
Yeah.
The hall was full.
Because our in the international class program, sir.
Yeah.
So in the class just 12 people.
Okay.
Okay. But the regular class is about more than 30 people.
Oh, right. So what is your strength usually when in a classroom?
Mathematics education, and they use English as the language instruction.
Oh, and what about my elementary education?
Elementary education use
Yes.
Bahasa Indonesia for the
Ah,
language
Bahasa
instruction.
Indonesia. Yeah, I was wondering what's happening. Okay. Yeah. So for them, it's in English is the medium of instruction.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that makes things easy because I cannot speak what is called Bahasa Indonesia. Nice to meet you all. Okay, and you are doing your second year,
Yes, sir. It's third semester.
third semester. Okay, you have semester, 2 semesters in 1 year, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, semester.
So you are third semester means second year.
Second year.
You completed 2 semesters.
Yes, sir.
Right. And you see, to introduce myself, I am Dr. Vargheese.
Vargheese.
Okay, from India. In fact, I am from South India,
Southern.
the southernmost state of India, Kerala.
Kerala.
Kerala. Have you heard of Kerala?
Not
This is-
yet.
No. Then,
Kerala.
yes, I'm southernmost state. Yeah, this must be one of your friends.
Yes, sir.
Right. And then I'm here, as you know, as a visiting professor, and I'm really happy to interact with especially students from mathematics,
Yes, sir.
because I've done my mathematics, though I'm part of language education. Okay, but I did my mathematics till my degree. Yeah, in fact, I have 2 degrees. One in physics, where major is physics, mathematics, and physics. I mean, chemistry are the complementary. Or something, yeah. Then I have a degree in education too. Then for PG, I did for English language and literature. And my doctorate, my PhD, and my other degrees are also in English language teaching. That is education, mostly. Okay, doctor. That's it. So I have some connection with mathematics, your algebra, your integration, your
Calculus.
differentiation. Yes, trigonometry, etc. Right. So I would like to, and why don't you just, since it's a small group, just in a quick way introduce yourself, your name,
My name.
and where you come from. In the language education group, I saw few coming from Bali, from Sulawesi, and etc. Okay. So just tell me where you come from. If it's from Malang, you need not repeat it, because otherwise, if you are from other parts of Indonesia,
Okay.
you can begin.
So my name is Ajril.
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 I am from Central Borneo.
Sender?
Borneo.
Borneo. Okay.
Kalimantan.
I think they were planned to invite me for a program in what is that place called Kalimantan?
Kalimantan.
Kalimantan. Okay, Kalimantan next July or August. I was told by auntie and mine, etc. Okay.
Ajril is here.
Huh?
Ajril is here.
Yeah, Ajril is here. Okay, so it's in Galoni, I guess.
It's a
Borneo Islands,
Borneo
Islands,
Islands.
where a part is owned by Singapore, another by Malaysia, then Brunei,
Brunei.
and then Indonesia, right?
Indonesia.
Yes. Which part of it is you? In
The Central Kalimantan.
Central
Central Kalimantan.
Nice. And you?
My name is Mala. I come from
Mala.
Yes.
M-A-L-A. Really?
Yeah.
Mala is a very, common name in India.
You're from India?
Yeah. Mala means chain.
Oh, chain.
The ornament, chain, mala.
Necklace.
In necklace. In my language, that is Malayalam. Mala means this.
Necklace.
Necklace.
Chain.
Chain. Yes, Mala. Tell me. You are from
I come from Kediri. Near Malang.
Mala. You are from Mala.
The
Okay.
baby is in East Java.
East Java. Okay.
My name is Zahra. Zahra.
Z.
I'm from East Java.
East Java.
My name is Tida.
Fida. How? That's a Bollywood. That's the name of a Bollywood movie. Yes, Fida. And I think it's Amir Khan.
Amir Khan.
But you people are only familiar with Shah Rukh Khan and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. What is this? Okay. And Fida is a movie by Amir Khan, another great actor. We have such guns there. Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman Khan. Okay, right.
I come from Bangka.
South? Sumatra. Okay. Sumatra. It's an island, right?
Yes.
Sumatra Island. I know the places because I've been a keynote speaker in almost many universities in Indonesia. So I at least have heard of all these names.
Region.
Yes. Okay, and you?
I'm Nikma. I'm from Central Kalimantan.
Okay. Yes.
I am Ahul.
Rahul. Rahul. Because Rahul is the name of
Indian
Shah Rukh
actor.
Khan in one of his movies. Okay, one of his famous movies, Rahul. So I thought it's Rahul. Rahul.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am from Natuna.
Again now Alimanda.
Natuna is the border between Indonesia and Philippines.
Philippines. Oh, great. Yes.
My name is Shakira. I'm from East Java.
East Java. Okay. Anyone from Central Java? No.
Central.
Yeah, it's fine.
My name is Diana. I'm from Malang.
Mala.
My
Pardon?
name
Devi. Devi. Devi is again a very common name in India. And you might have heard of a Bollywood actress Sri Devi. That is Sri, Devi Sri Devi. And I think one of your lecturers is also named Sri Devi. Devi, yeah. Because she was my pair in day before yesterday's cultural fest in sari. When I was wearing traditional Indian dress, she was in sari. Okay. Devi. Yes, nice.
is Fida.
Fida again. Two Fidas in Fida. Former students.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they are doing mathematics.
No.
They couldn't attend the previous session.
They joined the session.
Oh, okay.
They joined
But the other session was slightly different on educational management, and this is going to be learning strategies
Yes.
anyway. It's more of a close cultural exchange than I prefer that because these are all topics, it's all available, and your teachers will be teaching you again. So I'm of course teaching you from an Indian point of view. Okay, so that you get difference there. Yesterday, it was on basic education, and I quoted everything was from great education. It's like Mahatma Gandhi, you know.
Yes.
The word Mahatma Gandhi is called father of our nation. Father of? Yes. Somebody said, is he father of education? No, he is father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, who led us to get freedom from British. See, for 100 years we were colonialized by British. I think this part was by Dutch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dutch. Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Dutch. Yeah. 150 years. But 400 years India was under British rule. Okay, and in 1947 we got freedom from them, and it was led by Mahatma Gandhi, who is known as the father of our nation. At the same time, he is also a great educationist. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi is a great educationist from India. Then Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, Tagore he's a Nobel Prize winner for his work Gitanjali. Gitanjali is his work, and he's very long beard, white beard, and he has a university in India, in Calcutta. It's named Shanti Niketan. University Shanti Niketan, and he is a philosopher who promotes naturalism in education. So we won't be sitting like this in the classroom, but they prefer to sit under a tree sometimes. Okay, under a tree, and they'll be giving the lessons, especially when teaching poetry. Okay, English poetry, prose, etc. They'll be sitting under the tree and teach. It is Shanti Niketan, and he is an and his educational philosophy is naturalism. He is there. Then a Russian writer, Rousseau, not familiar. Russian. Am I pronouncing it? Russia. Yes, Russian. Yes, and he is also a naturalist. Okay, I'm telling you, since you are all part of education, mathematics, education, then elementary education. So this Rousseau in fact is a Russian who believed in naturalism, and you have idealism like Plato. You're familiar with Plato, who is a disciple of or a student of Socrates. All three great educationists. On top you have Socrates. Socrates, is the teacher of Plato. And you know who was the student of Plato, with whom all literature, everything begins. The modern, teaching, learning process, or the modern sciences, everything begins with this particular person. You know who is he? He is the disciple or student of Plato. Anyone? I'm sure you know his name, but... Huh? Yes, Aristotle. Correct. Yes, Aristotle. Everything begins with him. The modern mathematics or literature, Aristotle. Okay. Aristotle is of different opinion. Huh? Okay. He is not a realist, but he is he is not an idealist, but a realist. Okay. So that's it. So where we began, why I spoke all this? Because of Devi? Okay. That's an Indian philosopher. Okay, and you?
My name is Vida.
Fida again, yeah, do Fida. And Fida is why I remember Fida is, Fida has beautiful songs in the movie, and my daughter once danced for one of the songs. In schools they have dances performed, and it was one of the dances performed by her was for the song from Fida. That's why I know the name. And you, ma'am, gentleman?
My name is Alim.
Alim?
Yes, I come from East Java.
East Java. So that's great. And ma'am, I think Ima.
Yeah.
Oh, such a nice name. Ima. Okay, I think we have IMA, yeah. But people may understand IMA is International Monetary. No.
That's all.
Okay. And you, ma'am? Sandy. Sandy is an English name, supposedly. SANDY.
Yes, but not Sandy. Sandy is SpongeBob friend.
Oh.
SpongeBob friend.
No.
SpongeBob.
Okay. Great. Okay, nice. So many, and I introduce myself. I'm Dr. Vargheese. Anyway, we'll discuss maybe a few learning strategies, which is common to all. Okay, all kinds of education, mathematical, language, and physical sciences, social sciences, etc. And then I'll share some of my some cultural aspects of my own land, maybe India, where I come from, and we'll wind up maybe the discussion with your favorite Shah Rukh Khan and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and other films. Yeah, I think all are in place now, right? Great. Yeah. Sit. And just introduce yourself too, because they have already introduced. Your name and where you are coming from, your place.
My name is Rizky Wahida Anza. I'm from
Oh, very long name. I think most of you have very long names, but you are giving me the shortest one, right?
You can call me Rizky.
Risky. Ah. Risky.
I'm from Blitar.
Pardon, the which part? Malang. East Java again. Okay.
My name is Febri. I come from Surabaya.
Surabaya, where I landed. Indonesia. Surabaya.
My name is Iza. I come from Blitar.
Ah, again Malang. Java is Java. Okay, nice. So I was just we'll have a discussion, a general discussion on learning strategies. And before we begin, let me tell you what do you understand by the term learning strategies? And let's be interactive, okay? I think I need not use the mic, it's a small group, right?
Yes.
So, just tell me what you understand by and what are the learning strategies that you use? You are all students, no? Yes. What? You just listen, take notes, study, finished. Is it? What are the
More than that, sir.
huh?
Learning strategies is like we are strategic to make learning is very easily.
Yes.
To understand our student the easy way and correct way.
Okay. You have partially answered the question. So we'll see what exactly are the, before going to learning strategies, you should also the learning styles of our students. I think multiple intelligences, you might have heard of that, multiple intelligences. Your teachers should have all heard about it. Okay, maybe you are only doing your third semester. Many more semesters, you have 6 semesters, no? 6 or 8. How many semesters have you to complete? 8 semesters. So you will be taught all this. Okay, so here learning styles are this, and they are called multiple intelligences. Okay, multiple intelligence. For example, see you visual. Some are, see that generally speaking, there are 3 kinds of learners. Generally speaking, who are they? Who are these general? So what are the general? See, before we go to this, okay. General learning styles are there are visual learners, there are auditory learners,
And kinesthetic.
kinesthetic learners. 3 types. Visual learners. What do you mean by visual learners? They are very comfortable learning by seeing. And auditory learners are quite comfortable by learning by hearing. Kinesthetic learners are often learning by doing. Learning. These are the 3 types. And very interesting fact regarding a research that recently conducted. See, we can understand what type of a learner are you with the positions that you take in the classroom. No, it's not. If it's a compulsory position, it's not possible. See, compulsorily you are asked to sit here in front and sit in the middle or sit in the back. But if you are taking your seats in a classroom by choice, okay, it is said that all visual learners will be sitting in front. They say that's the research shows. All visual learners will be sitting in front. And auditory learners, those who are interested in learning by hearing, will be sitting, yes, in the middle rows. And learners who are kinesthetic will be always sitting at the back. That's why in most of the classrooms, students are at the back. Because they cannot just just hear and see and learn. They want to do something, but we may not give something always. I don't mean you, okay? Because you are okay. This is like that. Okay. So, because they want something to do always, to learn. So they'll be talking among themselves, interacting, and maybe sometimes a problem to us teachers. Okay, right. So that is general word. Then these are multiple intelligences, and according to this multiple intelligence, we have these learning styles. For example, visual learners. You prefer using pictures. The visual means not just seeing, but they will have a preference for using pictures, images. Why I tell you this is, you are students, learners, at the same time, you are going to be future teachers. So, if you understand this well, when you plan your lesson, you can incorporate this into your teaching learning process. Hope you got it. When you become teachers, when you go to the classroom, you can have what you call these. For example, it is said that learning takes place in the best way when 3 of them come together. See, if you can cater to 3 learning styles in the classroom at a time, when you teach, maximum learning can take place. Hope you got it. Pardon? See, I'll tell you. See, maximum learning takes place among students when at least 3 of these are combined in your lesson. Okay, maybe visual element, verbal element, and musical element. People always love. For example, suppose you want to teach a mathematical formula. Often we find it difficult, right? What do? You make it a small song out of it. You learn easily. You will never forget. Your students will never forget music, and show it maybe on the screen. Okay, and talk to them verbally. Then it is complete. So 3 are involved. We are talking, we are showing, we are singing. Some mathematical formulas which are equal. See, something like a plus b all squared equal to what? A plus b all squared equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Yeah, see, a plus b whole squared. A plus b whole squared equal to a squared plus
B square.
2ab plus b squared. Okay, that's also correct. B squared plus 2ab. Right. So, but if you can make a song out of it, the children will never forget. Something like that, a simple song, maybe in your Bhasha, Indonesian Bhasha. Very small, why I tell you this is so that the learning will be easy. Because we always remember songs. Suppose I sing you a small song, you'll remember it. But if I speak to you one paragraph, will you remember it fully? Can you remember it? Very difficult. So why I'm telling is, when you become teachers, see, so this visualists prefer using pictures, images, spatial understanding. Because mathematics is full of spatial understanding. Spatial understanding, as far as you people are concerned, is very important. Why? In mathematics, see, you have all types of angles, right? What are the angles that you study? Trigonometry, correct. Angles.
Yes.
There is 180 degree, 360 circular dot is a 360 degree.
Yes.
Okay, and you have 90 degree angles. Yeah. Okay, all these. So that space is important. So then the musical, you prefer using sound and music. Next one, verbal is you prefer using words both in speech and writing. Physical kinesthetic, you prefer using your body, hands and sense of touch. Then logical mathematical, you prefer using logic, reasoning and systems. And social is you prefer to learn in groups or with other people. Yeah, group learning. That is the other thing. Group learning, are you familiar? You have combined studies. You sit together and study. Then so and see. You know what is your learning style? For you, come on.
I am kinesthetic and auditory.
You are kinesthetic and second one, musical auditory. Yes, auditory. Yeah. See, some are solitary learners. You want to be shut up in a room and study like that. No, not that type. Huh? Okay. Some people just shut up in your room and study. That is solitude. Some are social. You in a group, you learn. You love. Learning with others. Then other one is physical kinesthetic. Some are mobile. Some can just learn by hearing. So all these are different learning styles, which is needed when we plan our learning strategies. Okay, so I think this is very familiar to you. Learning pyramid. See, there is a Chinese saying that tell me I forget, show me I understand, involve me I learn. Hope you got it. Tell me I forget. You tell me something I forget. You show me I can remember. But you should make me do it, I learn. That is learning by doing. That is a very important learning strategy. So that's why you have projects. You have other programs where you go together, come together, work together. Yeah. So that is, see, learning, and you might have experienced it during the pandemic. When you are sitting alone on your screen and just listening to your teacher speaking, nothing going inside. And you are sleeping. Sometimes you are naturally. See, quite interesting. Most of our students know they sometimes lie down and they never. I think you people will switch on the video.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And but even our students, government, they don't even switch off the video. They'll be just sometimes when I asked, one of my another teachers asked, see, just switch on the video. Where are you? Then he said, I'm in the shop, sir. I'm buying some groceries and listening the class. Like that. Okay, it all happens. Hope you got it. Okay, but that was solitary. Then you might have experienced, you might have wished to come back to college, be with your friends, interact with them, and learn. Right? So see, lecture. If I am giving you, see, I am showing you now, right? I am speaking. But if I were to, without all these aids, help, if I am speaking to you directly, you won't understand anything. Maybe your understanding will be just 5%. Lecture method. Reading 10%. Audio visual. This is audio visual. Even this 20, audio and visual 20. Demonstration 30%. Discussion 50%. Practice doing 70%. And the best way that you can learn is teaching others. Combined study. Yeah, right. If you teach something which you have learned, the learning will be 90%. Because you understand, you can teach only if you understand. But you can, you can listen without understanding. You can read without understanding. You can see the audio visual without understanding. Demonstration, but discussion, then you need to understand something. Then only you can contribute. Then practice doing is very good. Otherwise, if you can teach others, if you can use it what you have learned, it will be there in your mind till you die. Okay, so that is the best one where it is teach others, and so it is 90. Even then it is not 100%, only 90%. So this is the learning pyramid, which is very important. But let me tell you what exactly happens in our classroom. Are you familiar with Bloom's taxonomy? Yes? The different cognitive levels?
Oh, yes.
Yes. And which is the lowest level?
Knowing.
The lowest level is remember. Just remember what you said, remember, go for and write it, remember. Next one is understand. Then knowing comes next. Then at the top you have creating. Evaluating and creating is at the top. Then, so it is like remembering, understanding. It is there. You people very quick. You Google it up. What is it? Yeah. Come on. It's at the lowest level. It is. No. I am speaking about the revised one. It's the old one. Revised one. It is remembering. Remember. Then understand. Doing. That is applying.
Analyze.
Yes, analyze. Evaluate and create. Correct. That's it. But what happens in our classrooms generally? In generally, see, we teachers, when you address you, it comes only till remembering, understanding, and sometimes applying. That's all. Creativity doesn't come. Do you create new mathematical formulas? Not. But there's a wonderful answer. Not yet. So she has a plan. She thinks that she would be in a position to maybe a Ramanujan or a Pythagoras. Ramanujan is from India, and Pythagoras, Pythagoras theorem, right? Mathematics. Any Indonesian mathematician? Is that his name?
Our third president, Mr. Habibie, was a founder of the crack formula.
Okay.
That in the airplane. So if the airplane have some crack, so that will prevent to aircraft go down. So he makes some formula to calculate the crack of the airplane wings. So to prevent a damage, so aircraft not crash.
Oh, great. So we have also Indonesian mathematicians or physicists, right? So here, see, so this is the learning pyramid, right? Hope you understood. This you should use this. See, this is very simple. See, when you learn something, try to understand it and tell to your friends. You have group learning programs, Okay, combined learning, combined study. You sit together and study. Then what you can do is you learn it and try to explain it to others. You have 90% of understanding the subject. Okay, one way, that's a learning strategy. That is also a teaching strategy. If you include all these in our teaching learning process, naturally it will come. Okay. Now, what are learning strategies? Thoughts and actions that assist learning tasks. Okay. Then ways to understand, remember, and recall information. You have different ways. Tricks sometimes.
Yes.
See, maybe what are the colors of rainbow? In order. Very difficult. But there is a simple technique. Vibgyor. Vibgyor is the first letter of all the colors. In order. Did you get me? That's a technique.
Oh yes.
That's a technique of mnemonic, which means you combine all the first letters and learn it. You will never forget. Vibgyor. So V stands for violet, indigo, blue, Vibgyor. Okay. G, green, yellow, orange, red. Yes, Vibgyor. So that's a technique. Now you know the colors of all, and that too in order. That's Vibgyor. That's a technique. You remember, you will never forget. Otherwise, if somebody asks you what is the colors of rainbow and what from English, again this technique is used. What are the skills that you should know to speak a language? What are the skills? Elementary education student. Skills. It is reading, writing, speaking, listening. Can you tell me in order? There is an order in which you should acquire Acquire what? Different. There is an order in which you should acquire different skills if you want to speak in English. And it is called LSRW. Listening, speaking, reading, writing. Again, all first letters. Hope you got it. Listening, you haven't heard. Elementary students should have heard. Because you have to teach your students English in this order. Listening, and after listening, speaking, then reading and writing. Always listening should come first. That's how you learn your mother tongue, Bhasha Indonesia. You listen. Were you trained before you started speaking Bhasha Indonesia? Or oh, it's the second language. Sorry, I mean the first. Your mother tongue. Your mother tongue. No, you listen to your father, mother, parents speaking, your elders speaking, your relatives speaking, your neighbors speaking. You start speaking. Were you trained?
Listening.
But listening, speaking, reading, writing. And reading and writing are artificial skills. It has to be trained. Any language. If it is mother tongue too, it has to be trained. Okay. So that's it. Ways to understand, remember, and recall. I can recall. I think we can recall now the information. What are the colors in rainbow? It is. It's video. Video. We. Okay, make a note. Video means V for violet, I for indigo, B for blue, G for green, Y for yellow, O for orange, and R for red. Video. That's the order of colors. Okay, right. Ways to practice skill efficiency. Now, these are the things. What are learning strategies? Thoughts and actions to assist us tasks. Ways to understand, then ways to practice. Okay. What does the research say? In research, what does the research say in? Research say all second language learners use. That is regarding language. Okay, I mean we'll skip that. These are research findings. Okay, yeah. So why teach learning strategies? Now, why it is important that you should teach learning strategies? Why? Because show students how to be better learners. See, you all want to be better learners, right? How can you should know these learning strategies? Then you can be better learners, and when you become teachers, you can tell this to your students so that you can teach them in an easy way. Yeah, for example, as I said, video, all colors, everything in order, no confusion. Build students self-efficiency. Then you will follow. The students will be self-confident. If I learn this way, I can learn better. Increase students' motivation for learning. What is motivation?
Grow up.
Motivation. Motivation. You listen to this word motivation everywhere, especially in education, right? What is motivation in fact?
Make emotional to be better.
Yeah, motivation is in fact the growing of interest. You interest. Yeah, you grow interest. Motivation is interest in fact. See, there are two types of motivation. That is intrinsic motivation and not extrinsic. Instrumental motivation. You know that?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know? Yes. Intrinsic. I thought you know it. See, instrumental motivation is that you learn because that learning will help you to find something, a good job. That is instrumental. I think most of you are here because of instrumental motivation. Why? Because you learn, because this learning will give you a decent profession. I think most of you want to become teachers, lecturers, assistant professors, associate professors, professors, and then deans, rectors. All the best for that. But then, so that is instrumental motivation. What is intrinsic motivation? Intrinsic motivation is something which you do it for the love of it. I don't know how many of you love mathematics, or elementary education. You are here because you want to get a decent profession job. Yeah, that is instrumental. But intrinsic motivation, for example, sometimes you love dancing. Huh?
Yeah.
You dance.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not dancing for the party. You study dancing. Singing.
Yes.
Yeah, and sometimes singing and dancing may not give you a decent profession. Always. Sometimes. But you love it and you do it. Like a hobby.
Yes.
That is intrinsic motivation. If you love it and you do it, that is intrinsic. But you should study mathematics, you should study elementary education with both intrinsic and instrumental motivation. Then only you will love that subject. Hope you got it? That's a learning strategy. I mean, you love what you study. Maybe you don't love mathematics that much. But then, at least try loving it. Okay? And you should also like your teachers. Huh? I don't say you should love them, but yeah, of course, love and like your teachers. Then naturally you get interest in learning. Sometimes you say, oh, that philosophy is boring, or education is boring. Why? Because if you find it boring, what you can do is try to like it, try to love it, and try to like the person who is teaching it. Then you will have both intrinsic and instrumental motivation. So you will love. That is what is. Then only you can be successful in life, because after your studies, you will be entering a profession. And maximum time you are there. See, maximum time that we spend is for sleeping and also for, yeah, you sleep for 6 to 7 hours, right?
Less than 5 hours.
Less than 5 hours. Really? According to man, she sleeps. Yeah. But maybe you are spending much time on screen, huh? Mobile. Okay, right. So anyway, this is a tip. You should have both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Okay. So increase student motivation for learning. Help students become reflective and critical thinkers. What is reflection? Reflective. There is reflective teaching. What is reflective teaching?
Recalling memory.
Pardon?
You don't
Reflective teaching is sometimes see, some class will go very interesting. The same subject when I teach another group of students, it may not be that interesting. So I reflect. What was wrong with that? Okay. Something wrong with not the students. Maybe students, they traveled a lot and they were tired and they were not ready. Or something wrong with me. I was very tired. I'm sleeping the whole night yesterday. Suppose, fine. So naturally I won't be that energetic when I come to the class. So is it something wrong with me or with my students or with the atmosphere? See, that day, today we are in a very, AC classroom. And the other day, there was no AC in the classroom. There was power failure. It was very hot. So naturally, I couldn't understand. I couldn't listen. All these are important in learning. Okay, right. Help students become reflective and critical thinkers. Okay, think critically, very important. Critical thinking is said to be a very important 21st century skill. 21st century skill. Critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, yes, collaborative teaching, collaborative learning, collaboration. That is team playing, and then communication skills, very important. So English is very important because you need to not just communicate with your own people, but you'll have to communicate with the world, because the whole world, because of technology, has shrunk into a global village, right? So easily I'm here, you can be there in India, right? Or I can meet you online at any time from any corner of the world. So the whole world has shrunk into a global village. So this is important, right? Next. Tips for teaching learning strategies. built on students' current learning strategies. Okay, what are the current? You should understand. If you want to teach well, you should understand what type of a student is this one. This one. See, maybe as you say, this is wonderful. She said she is an auditory and kinesthetic learner. And what about you? Have you seriously thought of it? Because only if we people know, we teachers know it, we can incorporate that into our teaching plan. Okay, maybe teach you through songs. Most of these are musical intelligence. I can bring the whole, maybe some formulas as a song. So you will learn, you will never forget. Okay, right. What's yours?
Visual auditory.
Huh?
Visual auditory.
Visual and auditory. So it's easy. I can show you. I can make you listen. And what about yours, ma'am?
I'm social and
Social? Oh. You prefer to learn in groups, right? So you might have had a very hard time during COVID. Very difficult time because you have to be in the group. Then
Pas COVID juga meninggal.
and what about you?
yes, so
Yes.
Visual and physical.
Physical. So you are visual and physical. This is often you'll have to think about it and then. Yes. Okay. So naturally, show student build on students' current learning strategies. So a teacher, you are all budding teachers. So you should know what are the strategies which are best employed by your students to learn. Then demonstrate how to use the learning strategy by modeling. Give a strategy name. Provide ample practice opportunities. That's very important. A lot of practice opportunities should be given. See, metacognitive. Now we go to different strategies. Metacognitive. What is meta? What do you mean by metacognitive? What is cognitive first of all? Cognitive related to brain, mind. Okay. Cognitive means related to brain. What is metacognitive? What is metacognitive? Meta means beyond. Beyond. Hope you understood the meaning. Beyond this, see, that is planning. Planning is important. Understand the task. When a task is given to you, you should understand it completely. Organize materials, whatever you need for it, and find resources. Maybe from internet, or from books, or from your teachers. So that is making the metacognitive strategies. Okay. Then cooperation, work with others, you complete tasks, build confidence, everything. Okay. So you do it in a group. Then 12 active learning strategies. We are going to that. How much time do I have? 11:30. Oh, that's too little.
10 more minutes.
And how much time? Okay, can you extend a bit more because okay. Because I have to tell something about India and our festival as I told them too. Because after all that maybe they'll remember more. Okay. So 12 active learning strategies. Number 1 is opening question. Always it is better to begin the class with a question. That's why I also ask you questions. Okay? What do you know about learning strategies? Because that is to check your previous knowledge. Always start with opening question. It may not be answered. See, you can have the right answer or you may have the wrong answer. No problem. Begin with opening strategy. Opening question. Take a moment to reflect on your experience with PowerPoint. Come up with positive and negative examples. Okay, that's second example. See, since we don't have time. Second example is think, pair, share. Think, pair. Pairing students. Two couples. Yeah, couples or pairs. Okay, so that is another. And then I'll tell you what to do. Interactive think, pair, share. Think of what you know about active learning strategies. Turn to your partner and share your knowledge. You are made into groups of twos, and you will find a partner for yourself where you will be discussing what you call your knowledge about learning strategies or your knowledge about mathematics. Okay, and then you will share it with the group. So 2 heads are put together. So that is one learning strategy. What is a strategy? See, a way of learning. A way of learning. Strategy means a particular correct way of learning. Okay, next one. This is an example. Think and pair in a active learning strategy that engages students with material on individual level, pairs, and finally as a group. Okay, so first, you know things. You both will come together, you will discuss, and the discussion will be shared with the group. That is the second strategy, think and pair. Okay. So the second one is focused listening. There are different types of listening. One is focused listening. What is it? You listen what is being told in the class. That also focus. Because see, sometimes when we say something, you listen, but nothing goes inside. It goes, yeah, either it goes this way, goes out this, or sometimes it goes this way. Most of the time it goes like this. Sometimes it goes at least this way, something will be caught in the brain. Sometimes it just goes over your head. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so that is focused listening. Yeah, and focus means whenever we discuss it, at least some of you are taking notes. That is part of what you call. See, when I say something now, this is I don't mean now, but otherwise in your classes, when you listen, you should also take notes. Somebody is taking. Okay, right. Okay. Then next one is explanation. Okay, we don't have time. That's why. Second one is brainstorming. What is it? Mind mapping is brainstorming means I give you the top. Yes.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, mind blowing is different. See, when you watch a movie, you say, "Oh, it's a mind blowing movie." Okay, right. So this is brainstorming means you give the topic and let everyone share what he or she knows about it. So naturally we put it on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then finally we will get a huge amount of information and knowledge. Then we can make it, organize it. Give numbers and make it. Okay, so that is brainstorming. It's a very good learning strategy. It's also teaching and learning strategy, because you know many things. You have been studying, so that can be in fact very make you use of it. Okay, so that's a learning strategy. So what do you know about the way? That's it. Then there are so many things, but then. Yeah, another one is checking the notes. Already, okay, you have some notes, but you often, do you have that practice of once your notes, sharing your notes with the other person? Yes. After, even in the class, and checking it. After noting it down, yes, you should pass the notes to others. So they may have some points which you don't have noticed. And then complete your notes before you go home. Practice it, okay? It's a good learning strategy. What's it? Yeah, so that's also a good practice which you can follow, right? Then question and answer pairs, but I think I left something here before. Think and pair share we have already seen, right? Yes, questions. Then naturally another one would be what you call two-minute paper. It's a good way of see, summarize the most important points in today's lecture. See, I have told you many things, or your teachers will teach you many things. What you need to do is maybe write all the points together. You might have written when the lecture was being done. Then on your own write it, share it, so that everyone gets everything, because you might have missed something. Always there's a chance. Okay? Then but before that, so these are some of the strategies which you can make use of, but all should depend on what we said in the beginning. What is it? This one, because you should first know what type of a learner you are. And you should tell your students, when you become teachers, give this to your students and tell them. And now at least some of you can say that I'm an auditory learner because you know it. But young students won't know it. They are not in a position to know. But then you should find out. Maybe some are very comfortable learning with pictures. Okay. But some are learning better when they are taught songs or rhymes. So you know this one. Then next time when you go to the class, you should take both pictures and rhymes connected. So the learning will be maximized. Okay. Or some may be learning by doing. They cannot just sit like this. They will go about. So give them some work. Okay. Give them some work. Let them come. Or call a student and to ask him to solve a small mathematical sum. Let him come and do it. Or do it share. I mean, we often do it in mathematics. When I was studying, the teacher will call us and I see in order to solve a formula in a theorem, there will be many steps. Each one will have to write one step. Come. So that is involvement. One comes and write one step. He goes, the next person comes and write the next step. Okay. So naturally, you should know what went before and you should also know what. These are some learning teaching strategies, okay, which will make you people, really, more knowledgeable. And that makes learning, as he said, learning easy. It won't be a boredom. It won't be you start loving it. When it's easy. When you hate some subjects, then it is difficult. Right? You hate subjects when it is difficult. So what you can do is, if you follow this pattern, maybe then naturally the subject becomes easy and you start loving the subject and you can score very good marks. You will have very good grades. So this is something, but you should find out what is your learning style. I don't know how many of you know. Some of you said that, say I'm an auditory, kinesthetic learner. I'm a musical, verbal learner. Some may be a social learner. But you should know that first. Then only you can think of learning strategies, which will fit and you will be good learners. Okay, so that's it. That much maybe as far as learning styles and strategies are concerned. Okay, right. Now something general. Tell us something about Indonesia first. And, so suppose if I were to ask you, tell us something about Indonesia, what will you tell me? Yes.
The culture, the culinary, or something.
Culture. And maybe about films. Do you have a movie industry here? Indonesian movies? Really?
Indonesian, sir.
So scary.
Pardon?
So in Indonesia, Indonesian people very love with the horror movie.
Horror movies?
Yes.
Yes. My God. But let me tell you, in India, no, they say.
What was?
Bollywood movie.
Oh,
Yes.
Bollywood. See, but nowadays in India, our students have a special craze for Korean dramas. Yeah, see, they prefer sometimes more. Of course, they watch Bollywood movies, but they have a special, especially teenagers, students like you. They go for all Korean movies, okay, Korean dramas. So you are also the same. Yes. And Bollywood movies, you have watched Kuch Pata Hai?
Yes.
All of you, you love it. What are the other movies that you have watched?
I have watched Rustam.
Rastam.
Yes.
Oh, great. Then
3 Idiots.
3 Idiots. Oh, that's a movie that you should never miss.
About
3 Idiots, because that shows learning styles. 3 Idiots, I think it's Amir Khan, then Madhavan, he's a South Indian. Madhavan is a South Indian actor. Okay, right. The one of, and the other one is, what is his name? Okay, he's a Bollywood actor. But Madhavan is a South Indian actor. Okay. You have the difference in looks, right? Because South Indians often have beard. But North Indians are just like you. Okay, often without mustache. We have beard, mustache. Okay, right? And have you watched a wonderful movie that recently came out, which became a huge hit all over the world? Bahubali. Bahubali. No, not yet. I think now it's in some Netflix and Netflix. It is Bahubali. It is a wonderful movie which speaks about Indian culture. And if time permits, watch it. Okay. Then another movie, which you should not miss. That of again Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol is. Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol is Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. Haven't watched? Okay, let me see whether I can show you a famous song. Since we have this internet, okay?
Tidak. Di Bali. Oh, di Bali. 1995.
Yeah, it's an old movie. But see, these are the people: Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol, Karan Johar is the director.
Oh, Karan Johar.
He also then Amrish Puri is considered to be the greatest villain of all times in Bollywood. He but died recently, some 1 year back. Then Anubhav Kaur, then Pooja, okay, and the song Tujhe Dekha. Yeah, correct.
Yes, I know. Pasti sama Saru kan? Pasti. Itu emang
Yeah, it's all subtitled, you know them. See, I'm from South India. Not these people are from North India, okay? But we love their movies and we have our film industry is very strong. Very good movies. This is Bahubali and things are from there. But try to watch it. But Bahubali might have not come on YouTube because it's a recent movie. It's being played. And next one is maybe we are in our festival, the festival of my city, which there are what I call millions of people often come for that festival from all over the world. It is called Trishul Puram. I'll just show you that too. Some traditional. This is called Puram. Puram means festival. Okay. Yeah, see, we have decorated elephants. That is speciality. Elephants which are decorated. Okay, so that is Trishul Puram. Yeah, Trishul Puram. Same religion. Our people in traditional wear, sari.
Yes,
South
sari.
Indian. This is a big temple in our place. Elephants. They are getting cleaned for the procession. See, these are the decorated elephants. This is a traditional chenda. Okay, drums, traditional.
Is this related to Ganesha God?
Yeah, But this is not related to Ganesha god, but at the same time, the Ganesha is a deity there. Worship. What you are speaking about is Ganesha Chaturthi. That's another Ganesha festival. This is not that. This is a traditional, what you call, he is a award winner and his son is studying in our college. These are these kind of umbrellas. This is all elephants. Usually there will be 100 elephants altogether.
Wow.
It's time now.
Wah, banyak banget ya.
Yeah, this is how.
Makan yang bisa.
See the crowd? So this is Trishul Puram, see, and then there will be fireworks after that.
Wow.
I think it's in Bali.
Pardon?
It's in Bali.
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 Ah.
But in Bali, elephant. Ogo.
Oh, okay. Then there will be crackers. This is not Chinese ones. It's made in our place and there's huge sound, big sound. And one more thing, this is a traditional, okay, that is Trishul Puram. Then another festival is boat race. You know, Kerala is famous for big backwaters. Backwaters means huge lakes, not small one, huge lakes. They're fresh water, not salt water. It's not sea, but fresh water. And this is boat race. Very long boats, very long.
150.
Yeah, and usually there will be 100 to 200 people rowing the boat. This is the place. Alapura is the place. See, this is houseboat where you can live maybe 2 or 3 days inside. And the boat will be going, you can be there. Air conditioned rooms. This is a small boat. Okay.
Like a sea, but it is not a sea.
That, no, not sea, it's fresh water. Huge one. These are fields. Yeah, this is how it is being. They are playing now.
Kalau selesai muda daripada saya.
See, they sing this. These are the boats. Okay. See, this is a race. Competition.
Competition.
See the length of the boat? Very long, very long. And they will be wearing a uniform.
Capek nggak ya tangannya? Aduh. Kebayang. Kebayang kebayang.
Oi.
Kamu ya?
Nih.
Okay. So these are what do you call? So this is another what I call festival, and then another one more festival that is celebrated all over India. It is called, maybe you must be knowing it. It is called Diwali.
Yes.
It is called Festival of Lights. You celebrate it here? No. When I said it is Diwali, okay?
They know more for Indian culture.
Yeah, I mean the other group was everything was new to them. But how do you know about India? We have some Indian friends there.
Diwali.
Never.
It is a festival of lights.
Apa itu? Kok itu bisa?
Oh, it's BBC. See? This is Diwali, Festival of Lights.
Udah mal.
The whole streets, everything will be lit. Yeah.
Oh, di Papali.
But how you people know this?
Agak legrek.
We have some Malaysian cartoon.
Oh.
So the Malaysian people is actually a lot of Hindus.
Yeah, a lot of Hindus, a lot of Malaysians speak Tamil.
Yeah. So there was a cartoon that saw the Diwali.
Ah.
So the children in Indonesia know the
Oh, right. I was wondering. Because it's a festival of light. In the same way, there is another festival that is South Indian, that is called Dasra. Again, the whole Mysore, have you heard of Mysore? The whole, place will be lit with light. The whole street. This is Dasra festival. This is a festival of lights in South India. Mostly, no, South India.
Caleg.
Yeah, see they are now. They are having something. Fire, yeah.
Indonesia, Bali.
Bali, yes, she said.
Yeah,
Such festivals. Night. And they will burn this huge. There will be full crackers inside. Once they burn it, that's what's happening there. Yeah, no, they'll be moved. See, they no people there. But they'll be full of crackers. And each time they'll go, see, they'll move back. Huge one. Once it starts burning, they'll move back. Yeah, Miki. They'll have some these ones, and they'll fire them. See the way it's burning. It's a huge structure, okay? Very big. Huh? Oh, it will be taller than a coconut tree. Are you familiar with coconut trees? No. Meters, yeah. something like 14, 15. Very, and it's a huge structure too, full of crackers. That's why. And people will naturally move aside. They'll be all sitting here once it's fired. This is Dasra, okay, a festival of light.
India has many festivals.
Yeah, so many. I think the culture is something like this. We have over 250 languages. I think same as here. Same as here. We have very and all different cultures. Even the looks they differ. See, I am from South India, but North Indians look different. They often. Yeah, some multicultural. And our catchword is, in fact, it is called unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. If you want to. And this is, in fact, Dasra in Mysore. Okay, Mysore is again in South India, next to my state. We go for this. See, more decorated elephants. This is Mysore Palace. This is a big Mysore Palace. There was kings here earlier. This is the Mysore Palace, huge palace. And this is Dasra. Yeah. See the decorated elephants here. So these are bigger ones, okay, bigger than which one? Which piece? Girls with clarinet. Going for the lights, okay. And there will be plots here. All daytime.
It's a white animal.
So we tamed it. They are also, but we